Um, Let me expand the question and answer our broader M&A strategy, right? Because I will take care of that. First of all,
You can try to just put one more question out.
when we acquire a company, again, there is no glory in outbidding somebody and into a bidding race and, paying top dollar for something which you otherwise wouldn't pay. We're very happy to walk away from a deal. If it doesn't make financial sense. So this you acquired for 1.5 crores. So what's at stake today? 1.5 crores. So that's one. Secondly, the reason why, despite everything being right, it hasn't been doing well is because it was bought from Chinese founders. It was bought from Chinese owners by a Swedish multinational, which sent in expats from Sweden, and in 4 years they've had 4 CEOs, 3 Swedes, 1 German. The German doesn't live in this city, Dongguan, because there is no nightlife is poor and the restaurants are not good. He lives in Shanghai. Half the time he spends in Germany. How can you run a company, when you're not there? So basically it's a case of bad management. What we are going to do is not going to send somebody from India. We will find able people, Chinese people. At the moment, we would have retained, had it been a Chinese CEO full time, we would have retained him, but the German CEO will go with the company, and so we'll have find a new CEO. But we will find a good local CEO who understands the culture, who understands the market. We can never ever be able to understand the Chinese market or the culture, unless you are Chinese, you cannot. Unless you are Indian, nobody, no expat can live even in India for 30 years and understand what we truly are, So you have to be local. So we will have a local person, and we will guide that person into the symphony way, what we call ourselves, what we say, we have to symphonize him. So we will symphonize him, thinking of all the frugal ways and low capex and all of that, no credit, and all those 5 lessons that we talked about. That process will take time. It's a cultural change. We managed to do that in Mexico, and China we think is going to be a lot easier than that. So the market exists, the company exists. We will have the right people. We know how the business is to be run. We know how coolers can be sold. The Swedish company was not a cooler company. They did not know how coolers can be sold. Okay, so we feel that we should be able to. In the worst case, what's at stake? We always, like a private equity investor, we always look at an exit door. We always, when we have we don't have an M&A strategy. Part of M&A strategy is an exit strategy. Not to sell, but in the worst case, if something goes wrong, if there is war with China, for example, and all Indians are barred from China, whatever, something crazy happens, what do? So what's your exit strategy? You don't plan for the worst, but you have to think. You don't hope for the worst, but you have to plan for it.